And a very good evening, everybody. It is indeed Wednesday, July 16th, 2025. It is, 11:39 p.m. Eastern Canadian time. And this is Place Jacques Cartier. This is, of course, a very historical part of Old Montreal. And that's where we are right now, Old Montreal. As you can tell by the architecture, this is the earliest part of the city of Montreal when it was founded and built. And as you can tell, it just rained quite a bit. In fact, there was a downpour about 20 minutes ago. Oh, was that lightning? We got lightning, guys. Oh, here we go again. And I was just about to say, guys, the last couple of days, the last week actually has been quite chaotic in terms of weather. We've had, heat waves, we've had thunder showers. And of course, just the other day, we had that major severe thunderstorm that came through the Montreal region. One of the most intense storms that we've had in a while, and the sky was something else, I'll tell you. It was the darkest I've seen it in a long time. But maybe we'll see a bit of thunder here, because what I'm going to be doing here, I'm going to be walking to Champ-de-Mars metro station. And that little lightning flash, by the way, is to our north. You can see the sky, it's sort of variable right now. And by the way, there's City Hall, Old Montreal City Hall, and City Hall for the entire city, that is. So as we advance northward towards the metro station, keep an eye on the sky there. Now for tomorrow, Thursday, we are expecting some severe thunderstorms, so something to keep in mind as we go into the day tomorrow. Maybe I'll end up filming one again. The one that struck the other day, I was literally downtown when the peak of it went through. I was at Place Jacques Cartier, right between Peel Metro Station and Bonaventure Metro Station. So tonight we'll do a little metro ride on the Orange Line and a little walk before that, and we'll see the new park they set up here, coming up here, which was under construction for the last couple of years. There's a beautiful fountain. Yeah, the humidity is quite high, so sorry if the lens is a little bit foggy there. So make our way here. It looks like they're still doing some touch-ups, but there's the downtown core over there. Looks like, now they're doing work in this area here. And there's another view of City Hall, also known as Hotel de Ville. And so now you can see the downtown core coming into view more and more. I haven't seen the beacon on Place Ville-Marie active within the last week or two. And in fact, a week or two ago, it was frozen in one spot. So maybe they're doing some maintenance on that beacon on Place Ville-Marie, I don't know. But anyways, hang on guys, I'm going to clean this screen lens off here. Alright, I think that's a little bit better. Like I said, the humidity tonight in the air doesn't really help much. But, man, I hate lens flare. It's one of my most annoying things that I come across when filming. But when we get in the metro, it should be a bit better. But anyways, so we'll see this park here in a minute. Going back to what I was saying about the weather recently. I mean, it's been so hot. We're under a heat warning right now, another heat warning. And of course, we're now going to be followed by, again, severe storms tomorrow, thunderstorms. Of course, there's always a risk when it comes to thunderstorms that we'll get a tornado. And it's very rare. I mean, we did have small tornado touch down in the West Island a couple of years ago. And we have had tornado warnings throughout the last few years. And of course, in Canada, we do get tornadoes. They're actually quite common. So we'll check out this new park here as we cross St. Antoine Street. Wait for the light to change here. Yeah, so we're on St. Antoine right now, and there's Hotel de Ville. Technically, Hotel de Ville is this here, which I guess they count it as a street, even though it's a pedestrian area to walk on. Let's go here, guys. Show you guys some of the vegetation here. Yeah, right here. Of course, it is nighttime, so we can't really see that well, but camera does a decent job, at least, of showing you what it can here, bringing out the brightness. If you recall, there was actually an underpass here at one point. Ironically enough, when the underpass was here, they've closed it. It was right over here, actually. They closed it for renovations. I remember that very well. They reopened it and then they closed it again just to demolish it. So, but that underpass used to run where Champ-de-Mars metro station is, right here, underneath St. Antoine, and would exit near City Hall. So that underpass, I guess, I don't know if it's been demolished or filled in, but it's no longer there. It was a bit sketchy, so maybe that was one of the reasons they closed it. By the way, Place Jacques metro station is right to our west over there, towards the downtown core. Alright, so make our way towards metro station here. One of the metro stations one of the few that have stained glass windows on them. Of course, my favorite metro station of all is Charlevoix metro station, because not only is it the deepest metro station, but also the stained glass window that we see going down the stairs. So if you know my channel by now, you may know I'm a very big fan of stained glass windows, whether it's churches, metro stations. Beautiful architecture whenever there's a stained glass window. Maybe I'll make this my thumbnail, actually, right here. Get a bit closer. Come to think of it, it's been a while since I actually did a walking video with a metro ride. I've been focused so much on my drone lately. There's another part of the park here. I'll film that another time. So yeah, of course, this is on the orange line of the Montreal metro system. And yeah, we'll be taking this to Lionel-Groulx. Probably, well, not probably, it will be an AZUR train. That's all there is on the orange line now. Unless there's some really crazy scenario that plays out. I've always wondered though, what if something happens to the AZUR trains? Let's say there's like a mass defect or something that they suddenly find. I'm wondering, they have to pull the AZUR trains out of service. Does that mean we're going to get some MR73s? Only MR73 trains? I wonder. It's always a possibility. That is a scenario that could play out. So imagine, you know, for some reason, there's a defect that's suddenly found on the AZUR trains. And there was a similar event actually when the AZURs first came out, there was the contact skis that were making contact with the third rail, or the electrical rail, and there was a defect where they were catching on to, show you, I don't know if we can see here. Do we have one here? No, I don't see any here, but you know, the I guess transformers. Looks like they redid this section of track. Check that out. I know there was an issue here with a bump as you approach the station. I don't know if that's the section right there, but I remember it being in the tunnel. So train should be here in 4 minutes. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about here in a minute, as we have an AZUR train coming now, going in the opposite direction. I'm wondering why there's green paint on these bolts here. So it's kind of hard to see, but right here there's a sort of like a ski, contact ski. Looks like a ski. It's shaped like a sort of a ski, and that makes contact with this rail right here, I believe, this metal rail. And that ski was catching onto these things here. I'll zoom in. Yeah, so those skis were, at one point, it actually took out one of these boxes here. I don't know if they're transformers or some kind of electrical equipment. And I remember it was at Du Collège metro station. I think the metro was out for a good day or two because it caused so much damage. It basically ripped the wiring and the actual body of the... I'll get a closer look here to show you. But anyways, the AZURs were all taken out of service right after they came into service, and they had to replace those contact skis. So I guess what happened, you can kind of get an idea here. I don't know if you guys remember that. This is going back, like I said, I think a couple of months or so after the AZURs came into service. So that contact ski was like this. Somehow it came loose and smashed into one of these boxes and ripped the whole thing out. So they had to pull all the AZUR trains out of service, repair the skis or replace them or something. And yeah, the MR73s were the only things in service. Actually, I think there was a couple of MR63s left. But anyways, this goes to show you, you never know. Like we got AZUR set 45, number 45. And we'll go film here. My go-to spot for filming train rides now. Very accessible area. And a shout out to Con, who has... Well, he's opened his Metro game now, his Montreal Metro experience game. I'm going to put a link in the video description, not just to his game on Roblox, but also to his Discord server. And you know what, look, Roblox, if you're not familiar, I mean, it's sort of younger people in there, but look, you know me by now, I don't care about age. I don't feel 39. I just turned 39 the other day. I don't even think of myself as 39. Heck, I'm a big kid at heart. I have friends that are younger, friends that are older. But anyway, Roblox, if you're not familiar, it's a place to play games. Not just for kids. I mean, it is mostly younger people in there. But this Metro game, I mean, think of it as like a simulator for the Metro system. So you don't even have to be young to enjoy it. I mean, you could be, you know, way up in your 80s, 90s, 100s. You could be like younger than 10, you could be in the middle of all those ages. Doesn't really matter. It's a pretty fun game made by Con. You get to enjoy driving the Montreal Metro and also being a passenger in one. And he did the stations, replicated the stations quite well. So I'll put a link to that. So again, I mean, Discord, you know, if you're one of my older viewers, whether, you know, you're older than me or younger than me, check it out, try it out. Maybe you have kids or, you know, relatives that may be interested in that as well. Like I said, I mean, to me it's fun, regardless of age. I love playing games, I love, you know, being youthful. That's part of the reason I don't feel 39. I feel literally not even 20 years old. Like, I feel young. I feel like I'm getting younger and younger. But anyways, point being, really fun game, and I'll put a link to his server as well on Discord, where transit fans talk about the games. And Skinfleck is coming out with a new one as well, the Yellow Line game. He's working on that. So yeah, these are really cool Montreal Metro games. And the good thing about it is each game has its own personality. You know, they're both Metro games. There's Skinfleck's game, there's Con's game, but each game has its own, you know, personal touch to it. Skinfleck is focusing only on the yellow line, but he's really paying attention to the fine details. Con, on the other hand, he's doing the whole Metro system, and he has details on his train, but he's focusing more on the system as a whole. So it's kind of cool. Each, like I said, each developer has their own philosophy. So I'll put a link to Con's game, Con's Discord server, also Skinfleck's server. And it's not just game servers, they're also Montreal Transit servers. Yeah, Lucien Allier, of course. One of the stations desperately in need of an elevator, being second or third deepest in Montreal.
Station Lucien Allier.
I have a feeling there will be pretty much guaranteed one more time that we will see an MR73, not just on the orange line but on all the lines, and I think that's going to be when they retire it. Just like the MR63 did a final run on all the lines. I won't be surprised if the MR73 train does a run on all the lines. Looks like this video is going to be exactly 20 minutes long, and what are we, 11:57 p.m. so almost midnight, almost Thursday, July 17th. Very underrated station, not used often, one of the least used Metro stations in the system, but nonetheless a very beautiful station. It has a lot of blue theme to it, especially as you go up towards the exit and entrance.
Prochaine station Lionel-Groulx. Correspondance avec la ligne verte.
Oh yeah, and don't forget guys, there's a tunnel. You're going to see it coming up here. There's a tunnel that connects to the green line, and Con actually has this tunnel in his game. That's how detailed this game is in terms of the accuracy of the Metro layout. You're going to see it here, right there. That tunnel there connects to the green line and connects to the the Vinet Atelier Vinet, or maintenance center or storage center. Is it Vinet? I think it is. Basically between Georges Vanier and Charlevoix. It's where they store some maintenance vehicles and whatnot. I think it's the Vinet, it's called Vinet. Alright guys, so that's it. Exactly 20 minutes by the time I wrap this up. So thanks for watching. If you like what you see, hit the like button, subscribe, turn on your notification bells. More videos to come.